Hi.
I'm Zuliha Shamlik. I'm a representative from Salesforce.
Nice to meet you. My name is
Nice to meet you
Suquin. I'm
too.
from memoryblue.
This is my business card. Oh, you couldn't sit down. Okay, anyways, continue.
Okay.
If we want to further connect.
Oh, thank you.
So thank you again for taking the time to chat with me. I've been following memoryBlue's work. You have a solid reputation for building strong SDR talent and helping tech companies break into new markets, which is very impressive. So I know you work with a ton of different clients, industries, and tools, which is exciting, but I know it can bring up different challenges as well. So out of curiosity, how do you currently manage integration between your SDR outreach and your clients' CRM systems? Do you typically mirror their setup?
I was gonna say.
Or run things in parallel?
You know, it really depends on the client. A lot of the time, we're working outside our system and using our internal tools, then pushing updates manually or through our CSVs. In some cases, we access into their CRMs, but integration is rarely seamless. There's usually some disconnect.
I see. That sounds very frustrating. Has there been situations where, syncing data like leads, call notes, or follow-ups across different platforms, have they caused any delays or confusion?
Yeah, it's a common pain point since every client has a different tech stack. Syncing activities and making sure we're not duplicating or missing leads is a challenge. We've had cases where our rep books a meeting, but it doesn't show up correctly on the client side because of like a data mismatch.
I see. So when it comes to onboarding a new client, how smooth is the CRM side of that process? Is there something your team dreads, or do you feel like it's fairly smooth?
It's one of those more like time-consuming parts. Our reps have to adapt quickly, but each CRM has its own logic, terminology, and rules. It's not uncommon to spend a few days just understanding how the client wants data formatted or where activities should be logged.
I see. How about your SDRs? Do they ever run into issues with visibility, like not knowing the full context of where a lead stands in the client's funnel?
Yes, and definitely impacts performance. If we don't have visibility into what happened before us or after we hand off the lead, it's tough to optimize outreach, to learn from results. Sometimes we're working on just a sliver of the bigger picture.
Sliver. Sliver.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so what about reporting? Do you feel like leadership and your clients have a clear view of your SDR performance, or do you find yourself piecing things together from like multiple different tools?
Well, we do the best with what we've got, but honestly, it's a patchwork. Our internal dashboards don't always align with what the client tracks, so there's a back and forth over reconciling numbers, like how many meetings were booked, which ones were accepted, etc. It eats up time. We'd rather spend time coaching reps.
I understand that's very time consuming, and you can, use that time doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
So if you could possibly centralize all of that, lead tracking, SDR activity, client specific metrics, into one flexible workspace, would that be something that could ease your burden on the team?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. That would save us a lot of manual work, reducing errors, and let our reps focus more on prospecting and less on admin.
I see. Well, besides us, have you explored modular CRM setups that adapt to each specific client without creating extra admin for the SDRs?
You know, we've looked into a few tools, but the problem is always scale and flexibility. It's tough to find something that works for both of our internal operations and all our client needs. So we usually just make do with what we have, even if it's not ideal.
I see. So I'm asking all of this because at Salesforce, we've worked with teams in similar spaces who wanted to scale but found themselves limited by disconnected systems and rigid reporting. We've been able to help them not just sync better with their clients, but give their reps more clarity and anonymity as well. So no pressure at all, but if you're open to it. I didn't even notice that. Okay, no pressure at all. But if you're open to it, I'd love to show you how that could look for memoryblue. Even just a quick walkthrough might spark some ideas. Would that be of interest?
Yeah, I'd love to do that. If you could show me how to streamline reporting and make it easier to work across client systems without doubling our workload, I'm all ears.
And then how are we going to show them the demo?
We need a laptop.
We can use mine.